Hi, it's Megan.
And it's Bree.
And we just want to talk about TV.
Welcome to our podcast,
Unseriesous. Each episode, we're going to cover a TV show, new or old, and have a silly little conversation about it.
So grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get unserious. Hey, Megan.
Hey, Bree.
It'll pass.
No, it won't! And no, it hasn't!
It hasn't!
It has not passed!
I think it'll pass.
I think in 7,000 years, maybe. But it's been 4 years since I watched it, and it has not passed.
Yeah, well, if you know, you know.
If you fucking know, you know.
And you better fucking know from that and from Megan's fit that we are here to talk about fleabag.
Fleabag.
Yeah, do the noise. Oh, that's pretty good. Hey.
That was pretty good.
Mosh.
I can't do the
That scares me.
Her sister did the score for at least season 2.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's about sisters!
I don't know much about this fleabag lore, but we'll have to get into it.
We're gonna get into it.
Yeah. But first, of course, we need to catch up on other things that aren't fleabag related.
Yeah.
And I need to ask my friend, what the hell have you been doing?
You know, I didn't really think about what I was gonna say.
Shit.
What have I been doing
What
in
have
this
you
last?
been doing?
I've been getting by.
Oh, that's really brave.
The weather needs to pick itself up so I can be mentally sound again. But this week I have been, besides watching Fleabag, I started rereading Book Lovers by Emily Henry to prepare for Funny Story by Emily Henry coming out later this month.
Emily Henry era.
And Book Lovers is my favorite. So.
Wait, what day does it come out? Do you know?
The 23rd?
Okay.
Something like that.
That gives me time.
Yeah.
To read Happy Place and then...
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
See you there.
I'm excited. I already, remember, it's interesting, and I think it's because when I was reading Beach Read, I was struggling because it was, the fall, and I had wanted to read it during the summer, and then I, dragged my feet. It's I get in and out of reading slumps, and that was when I was I'm going to reread all the Emily Henry books last summer.
Yeah.
And then, I wasn't reading it. Then I stopped reading it for a while to read, a spooky book. And then I didn't really read a spooky book. I read Hilary Burton's book, which was a little spooky. But, not, a fictional spooky book. So I feel I was just, reading it so fast when I read Beach Read. But now I was maybe I'll just, breeze through Book Lovers, too, because I've already read it. But, I'm just, reading it. I'm reading it for the first time because I don't know.
We're entering Emily Henry season.
Yeah. Everyone pick it up.
Because summer, her books are very summery.
Her first big book being called Beach Read.
Yeah.
It's just all of them are very like that.
Yeah.
Beach reads, comfort reads, rom-com reads. And it's it might just be my brain in being a creative person.
Yeah, it's probably just your brain.
Whoa, you don't even know what I was going to say.
No, I'm just kidding.
I can picture everything so much, and I can see, at least I'm reading Book Lovers right now, see it coming to life as a movie, and I just feel we need more rom-coms that are good.
Yeah, we
today,
need good
and
rom-coms.
I hope her movies are being treated with care. She says she wants them to be like Nora Ephron and Nancy Meyer style movies.
Yes.
I'm please.
Pleek. Emily.
So I'm excited to exit my reading slump, and I feel Emily Henry is always a good Madison for that in general. But then if you're just I'm looking to pick up a book again, I feel hers are really
snappy.
Good, easy ones, but they're also good. I feel there's a lot of easy romances. They're just kind of guilty pleasure. Hers are solid romance books.
They're romance books, but I feel they're also kind of literary fiction. There's always something that's she's good at putting
there's more
emotion, another story. I don't know.
Yeah,
they have a deeper. It's
with Book Lovers. It's about sisters. Just sisters. This podcast is about sisters.
Yeah. Aww.
So I thought that was kind of a little tie to it.
I can't wait to read.
We only watch shows now about siblings. One Tree Hill is about brothers.
No, literally, we keep going.
And this is about sisters.
Sisters. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's been going on with you, Brie?
You know, karma's a bitch. I'm kidding. I did finish my Keep This Off the Record book that I got from that Chicago bookstore.
The one that was written by someone from here?
Yeah, and
How
it was
that?
written. It was good. I loved her writing, and like the characters were very like witty, and I had like fun reading it. But my one like thing was like the side characters were like the main characters. Like it felt like it was 75% the other, because like their thing was bigger than the couple, the main couple in the book. So like I feel like it should have been like where you do like a book about
each like pair or something.
Yeah, like, and then like because you're introducing, like it felt more like you were introducing. I don't know, but it was still good. Like I would read more of her books. I liked her writing. I just like was like, oh, I wish this was more about the couple that is on the cover, you know. Right. But it's fine. So fair. But then it was set in Chicago, and they were at a speakeasy in River North.
Oh yeah, we
just like us. They were at a burlesque show. I said,
"Oh my god, wait, it's probably the same."
They're probably talking about that.
That's so true.
But yeah, it was good. But yeah, other than that, just that and Fleabag have been my week, and gloomy weather.
Yeah. The sun is out today.
The sun is out today. I'm already like...
Is helping. Like, I can feel myself slowly coming back to life again. You'll have to let me know what you think of Happy Place, because that just reminded me, like, Happy Place is more ensemble. Like, it focuses on the couple.
And I'm glad it shows that, like, I think that book could have been better if they showed, like, that it was an ensemble. Because I did like the characters, like, and I liked the ensemble and the friend group. It just was, like, if you think it's going to be about a couple...
Yeah. Which Happy Place is. Like, it is about a central couple.
Yeah.
And the other couples don't overtake it, but they're also not, like, annoying. Like, I like...
That's good.
You get, like, each of them has their own, like, shit going on, too.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
And I do think, like, side characters kind of can help make a book. Like...
If you do them well, because sometimes
you're like... overpower them, and, like, I'm getting too much on the... I'm like, okay, but what... But, yeah... Slay, Chicago writer. I think that's her only book. So you know what? For your first book, that was pretty slay.
Yeah. Only up from here.
And my I have the autograph. So
oh hell yeah.
Slay, mama.
Slay, mama. We love being illiterate.
Yeah, and Happy Place. I'm still reading My Brilliant Friend, but I'm gonna do Happy Place 2 as like my lighter book. And then hopefully be done with that before Funny Story, and then not be a bitch and read Funny Story without having the paperback.
And then we can do an Emily Henry smackdown. Which one's actually the best?
I wanna be a part of it being out.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's a thing.
She's like the only author where I'm like, I have that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
A community.
It's a fun little community. And I like seeing like the fan castings for her. Oh yeah, I want to talk about that. I think people are like, oh my god, Iowa Debris and Paul Mescal should be in
oh my god.
Beach Read. And I'm like, no! That's Alex and Poppy!
That's wrong! That's so people we meet on vacation.
Yeah. I mean, everyone has the right to their own opinion.
Yeah.
But, and then like they're gonna actually be cast, and I'm gonna be happy if they actually were cast, and it doesn't matter what it is, or they're just not gonna be cast at all.
I know. I really hope they're cast.
I think they'd be so good. And Paul was like, me and Io should do a rom-com together. And I'm like, what better rom-com than an Emily Henry rom-com?
Yeah.
Why
and
not?
They were hanging out.
Yeah.
What are they doing? They're Irish.
They're Irish. What else are they going to do?
What else are they going to do?
They have
star in an Emily Henry film.
Of course. What else is there to do?
What else is there to do?
In Ireland.
In Ireland.
It's just a completely different story.
But
yeah, I'm ready for whatever is coming.
Ready.
I just want to know, like, if there are casts, like, she's, like, hinting that, like, she's like, I can't say too much yet. I'm like, but when?
But
please, I need something to tide me over.
And, wait, is every book being...
The first three are, at least.
The first three. Now. That's, like, yeah, when they were, like, boom, 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 I was like, whoa.
And I wonder which one. I feel like People We Meet on Vacation was the first one announced, but I don't know, like, if they're all happening simultaneously, if one's, like, further along than the other. I feel like we know very, very little, but I'm like, please give us something. One of them was just, she posted, like, the front of the script. It was either Beach Read or People We Meet on Vacation. I'm like, please, like I just
they need to get on it.
We're definitely not getting it anytime soon because they haven't filmed it. But I'm like, give me a casting, give me like some sort of like timeline.
Give me a pleek. The what is Sarah J. Maas? Mm-hmm. Isn't one of those being?
I think Akatar.
Or and people are like worried about the casting because like those just aren't real people. Like people are like, no person can do this. Like no one will look right.
And it's like it has to be done. I feel like with a good budget, or it's gonna look like
look pretty wrong. Like people are literally in their brains in this like fantasy world, and if you put it on screen and it looks like
I feel like they need to treat it like Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
like high budget, like everyone's taking that shit seriously, or it's not gonna like come across well.
Yeah,
I feel like we've seen a lot about it, like, or it needs to be taken seriously, like Harry Potter, or like it doesn't have to be a movie. I feel like some things, I haven't read the books yet.
Yeah,
maybe they could be a series, maybe they could be a movie. I don't know how people feel about that. But like it needs to have high budget, high production value,
or it's gonna be shit. People are gonna be pissed.
So I feel like I struggle. Like I would watch shows that I took so seriously, but then sometimes like the CGI would take me out, and I get it because they only had so much budget. Like they were doing what they could, but then sometimes you're like, whoa, that they do not look like there's a dragon there.
With a fantasy world, that's hard.
Yeah, like Once Upon a Time really struggled with that because it was like so good. And it was about like obviously like Disney fantasy and stuff like that. So it was less intense, but it was still like I was like more and more I watched, I was like the green screens are really like I can see that it's like animated or like fake backgrounds, and it's not because anyone did anything bad. It's just they don't have the money.
They don't have that money.
Yeah. So I hope for everyone's sake out there, we're rooting for that.
They better everyone
well made. I feel like the interest is there to put money into it.
Yeah. So. There's definitely a fan base for it.
Yeah, and I feel like it's something that if you're not a book person, but you're interested in fantasy, you'll be in.
You would love it too. So like,
put us in a production studio. Like we haven't even read these books, and we're like, this is what you gotta do.
I'm like, this is the real tea. We haven't even.
We're just like pissed about
this is tea. I'm just still pissed. So like, if you don't do this right,
yeah, I agree.
But I trust Emily Henry.
Yes. Like, she's involved. Like,
Slay mama.
She's not, like, writing it directly, but she's, like, involved, it seems like. So, my fingers are crossed.
Slay mama.
Slay mama.
Okay, well, after our book club.
Yes.
Should we get in?
Let's fucking get into it. Dun, 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 dun.
I don't know how to do the... Whoops.
I can't see. What was it?
It's Sex in the City.
Oh, don't mind that.
Oh, wrong tab.
All blur.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Before we get into it, Brie, you have to tell us what it's about.
Yeah. Don't look at me.
Okay.
This is good. Every time I write this, I'm like, huh?
No, I don't like.
What is this? Okay. Fleabag is a British comedy drama television series created and written by Queen Phoebe Waller-Bridge, based on her one-woman show of the same name. The 2-season series follows a woman who the audience knows as Fleabag. Fleabag breaks the fourth wall and talks directly to us, her audience. Throughout the 2 seasons, Fleabag learns life lessons after many mistakes and finds ways to deal with the loss of her mother, her best friend Boo, while also trying to fix her strained relationships with her dad, future stepmom, played by the one and only Olivia Coleman, and her sister Claire. I just had to give a shout out to Olivia Coleman.
Always, we are Olivia Coleman supremacists on this podcast.
She also happens to stumble into a very complicated relationship with a hot priest. At the beginning of season 2, Fleabag tells her audience that this is a love story. In the end, that's exactly what we get, no matter how heartbreaking and sick and twisted it was. Hot Priest tells Fleabag it will pass. And I gotta say, I don't think it has.
I don't think it has. I gotta say it. I must fucking say it.
I don't think it really has. Fleabag! This show
Fleabag
is high art.
It's supreme art. Art of the highest degree.
Like, that's my Bible.
I agree. We have the scriptures laid out.
The scriptures are laid out.
In case anyone was worried, we have the worried. Bible.
Oh my God. I need to get me one of those.
The guinea pig. Hillary. What do? Do we like just talk about everything? Do we start with like season 1? I feel like season 1.
They're very like they're like not different, but they're like they're kind of.
Yeah, I feel like they take on different things.
Yeah.
Like season 1 is very much getting into like her friendship. That where her friend died, and she's kind of I think like she's struggling, coping with the mistakes she made, and then like jumping to the end, like her big speech about like not knowing what to do, not knowing like what she's good for, like the only thing that she sees herself as good for is sex, and then if people don't want that, then what do they even want her for? What is she good for? It's like, I feel like in some degree, like it's not a one-to-one, but like every woman relates to what she's saying, and like the little ways she like reacts in certain things. I'm like, she's so real. She's so real. She's so funny. She's so funny. But
the dark humor is too good.
Humor is so good.
Yeah, when they're like, we're bad. Like her relationship with Claire, just like, and then like in the first episode, is it where she like. Claire goes to hug her, and she's like, "Oh, what is?" Yeah. Like that explains.
They're so funny. Their art,
and we see their bond.
Is the best. It was interesting. So we watched this a few years ago. Like I watched it right as COVID was starting, so like I remember everything distinctly. Do you remember when you watched it for the first time? I feel like not probably too much longer.
Not long after, but we were in Roscoe.
Okay.
I remember being in Roscoe, and I watched it so freaking fast. Yeah. It's just such a short ass show.
I watched season 2 in one sitting when I did it the first time. But then we rewatched it this past week, and I had rewatched some of it, and I always watch like clips and like compilations and stuff. But like watching it from start to finish for the first time in a few years, like picking up on things.
Yeah, I got a lot more from this watch.
Yeah, like noticing foreshadowing, noticing parallels, noticing like, I don't know, little behaviors. And I feel like I appreciated it more being a little older too. But like when her sister's like, do you want to like go out for a drink in the first episode?
Yeah.
She's like, no, I have plans. And then her asking a stranger, you want to get a drink?
Yeah.
But like then just like their progression, it like goes up and down. But like I love the sisters, Fleabag and Claire. The sisters! And one of the first things Claire says, Claire is the best, like, the best lines, like, the best delivery. Sean Clifford is so funny. I wish she was in everything and more.
I have 2 degrees, a husband, and a Burberry jacket.
That's what I was going to say.
Coat. That's funny.
And then when they're in the feminist lecture, and the host goes, would you give up 5 years of your life for the so-called perfect body? And their hands shoot up. We're bad feminists. So good.
Just like after every episode, I feel the need to clap. Like it's like art. It's so like, and the music coming in, it just like.
And like the first episode ends with the reveal that like you're seeing flashes of her friend and the friend opening the cafe with her and all these things, and then she's in the taxi cab and he's like, oh, you kind of work alone? She's like, yeah, well, my friend died and she did this, and explains like this horrific way that she died, and he's like, oh, okay.
He's like, the silence, and then
like,
the statue.
And she has the statue, which is also like, I loved watching the progression of where the statue goes, because she has it, then she tries to sell it with Martin, but then Martin gives it to Claire, then they put it back, but then she takes it again, and then it ends up at the award ceremony. And
the statue went on a whole ass journey.
The statue lived many, many lives.
And I don't think I don't know, I got more out of like the statue this time watching it. I don't know, like
I know. I try to look for like meaning in things, and like I remember jumping into season 2 a little bit when she finally gives it back to Godmother, and it's like representative, like, oh, maybe she doesn't need this anymore. She doesn't need to be like her, it's like her personal development and stuff. But then when she finds out it's like representative of her mom, she's like, you know what? I'm gonna keep that shit.
She's like, I gotta keep that. She's like, oh, I need that back. And then Godmother, Olivia Coleman, giving it to her, like Fleabag giving Olivia Coleman and then her getting it back. It's just like, that went on a.
The best was in the finale of season 1 when it's the art show, and she knows where it is, but she's like, it has been mysteriously taken, and this is my most profound artwork to date. A woman robe.
A woman robe.
It's just an empty podium.
That's
so funny. So real and so raw.
A woman robbed.
Fucking love Olivia Coleman. No matter what the assignment is, she fucking nails it. She shows up and she shows out.
Her character is so wacky, but
so wacky. The way they introduce her,
she nails it.
To be fair, she's not an evil stepmother. She's just a cunt.
And she's real for this.
When they show up in episode 5 and they Claire has a bouquet and she's like, oh, it's just lovely. Let's just leave it right there. And just leaves it on the porch.
She's so cunty. And the dad's like feels like afraid of her.
He's so awkward. He's so small. The way he talks is so fucking funny. He's trying to give a speech in the dinner in season 2.
He's so awkward. So I love it. You're my daughters.
You guys are my daughters.
Okay.
He's like, yeah.
I love him.
I love him.
I couldn't remember if I loved him.
I know. Yeah, there were bits and pieces I remembered of it and the conversations they have, and it's just he's just an awkward little guy.
Awkward dad.
And you can tell that the mom must have done a lot of the heavy emotional lifting, and he's just trying his best.
Yeah.
But he's entertaining as hell. He cracks me the
so
fuck
funny.
up. And it's you gotta wonder what him and the godmother talk about when we don't see them.
Yeah.
She's like, I know she's a little annoying.
She's a little
at the
annoying.
Funeral,
but...
she was she's annoying. But I guess you know what? Sometimes you just cling to who you gotta cling to.
Yeah.
And I respect him.
Literally every character is so iconic. Even if they're the worst person ever, Martin. They just the lines and just
they play the hell out of it. Not that we support what's his name.
Yeah.
Not even gonna speak on that. But
but I don't
nailed
know.
the role.
It's just every line is funny, and this show is so short. And if you think that, and with how many things I found funny, it's that means the whole fucking show was just gold.
So gold.
Because I was laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
And Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Genius.
I
would give anything to spend 20 minutes with her.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Pick her brain.
I need her to do everything.
Yeah. I feel we gotta give a nod to the non-priest love interest. I fucking love Harry. Harry's so fucking odd.
Is so, and again, that's another character. I'm do I like him?
I do.
I know, I just forgot everything. But I'm wait, I love him. He's iconic.
When he has the idea when they get back together for the brief time in season 1, and he's let's find ways to surprise each other. She comes home and he planned this nice surprise dinner, and she goes, I know what I'll do. I'll put on a fucking mask and sneak up with him with a giant knife in the shower.
What?
So funny.
She was this will be funny.
So funny. And when he's calm, and then he freaks out again. So funny. And Ninja surprise.
I'm what? And he's crying.
So funny.
And he said, don't make me hate you. Loving you is hurting.
And he's writing down lyrics.
Yeah. He's you should write that down. He's going to write that down. Yeah. The dinosaur.
But then he takes it the last time. He takes it.
Turn on Mamma Mia.
Whoa, what?
He's in the second Mamma Mia.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I'll get on it. They have to make a third one so we can do it on this.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I like him. I even the douchebag guy is probably my least favorite love interest. But he's so fucking funny.
The one who's all about himself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he was how long have you known that you were gorgeous? He's since I was 11.
No, he's just you can't even hate him because he's so funny and real. He's I know I'm gorgeous.
I know, and he's then family members got weird about it.
I'm
hello? We're there in the bathtub, and then what is he do you want a tangerine or something? I forget what he has. Do you want some pineapple? So fucking funny.
That's such an interesting
And then
person.
I love, what's his name? The guy she meets on the bus. He's so awkward and silly, and he was in the after party.
Yeah.
He was in the Barbie movie, and I know he has his own show, Staff Let's Flats, that Emily really liked.
Who?
Emily used to talk about that. Staff Let's Flats.
Staffless Flats.
Staff Let's Flats. Because he lets flats. Apartments.
Oh, that's fun.
That's all I know.
That's all I know.
But I know I love him, even though in this he's sends me to the moon. I wrote down
I don't know how I feel about him in this.
One of my least favorite scenes. I think I just like the actor.
Yeah.
One of my least favorite scenes is when he tries to dip her, then he throws her into the table.
He was trying.
I think he tries to be nice, and it doesn't always work out for him.
Yeah, but then he was like, what did he say? I don't even remember. I need to write this whole show down because the fuck. I don't know. He said something at the party that was like a diss to her, but he was trying to like look good. Trying to look, I don't know. He just did shit like that. I'm like, okay. But you know what? All of her love interests were kooky.
Yeah. They were not for him.
They were not for her.
They were for my humorous enjoyment.
They were for laughter.
They were for a laugh.
The bank guy. Shout out to him.
Shout out to him. Like, I remember him, but like I watched season 2 more than I watched season 1, and he's only briefly in season 2 with his fully fleshed out character. Yeah. But actually getting to like experience that arc with fresh eyes and like you know, like fuck men and fuck the patriarchy, but like when someone is like really problematic and there's probably clearly trauma there and inciting that problematic behavior, but then they can go and they can recognize that they're a bad person and try to be better.
And they can go to that retreat and yell, slut!
Sometimes you just need to yell all your sluts out.
And then you realize, damn, I could be better.
I could be so much better. And he gets so much better. And it's a really interesting dynamic that they're both trying to figure their shit out. And they're like crossing as they're like their paths cross at the right time for him to realize like I fucked up. Like I'm a fucked up person and like my behavior is not okay. And she's learning like mentally that she is not okay. And she's about to lose her business and he's like in the midst of losing his family, but he says, you know what? I'm gonna fucking help you.
Yeah.
I like forgot about that scene.
Beautiful.
So good. And he's like, let's do the interview again.
Yeah. To get the loan.
A cafe for guinea pigs. And
that was funny.
Like the show's about just like healing and becoming a better person.
Yeah, healing your relationships and trauma and
I
shit.
chills.
Yeah, the whole show is literally art. I'm just gonna keep saying that. Like, I'm trying to think what else. The Boo flashbacks fucked me up like harder this time. Like when they smoked weed or something and then they were watching that guy and just laughing. Yeah. Like
it was interesting watching it knowing the reveal too. Cause I'm like,
that reveal was insane.
Because I'm like, did I get that hint about that guy right away?
Yeah.
Because of how she felt when she saw him? Or was I just like, oh, it's just her friend's ex, so it's weird. Not that she cheated or they cheated with each other, like, on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that all hit hard. And I don't know, just aging, I feel like makes other things more sentimental.
No, literally.
Like that.
Yeah. I know this like it hit like a lot. I feel like I like it even more than I did the first time I watched it.
Yeah.
I just like the first time I watched it, I was just like kind of out of it. Because I remember I think I watched the first season and it was like I woke up really early in Roscoe and I just like watched it really fast and it was early in the morning and everything was off. But this time I was like locked in.
Yeah.
And got a lot more out of it and said, damn.
I know. Some things take a couple watches, like, especially, like, as you grow, like, things will look and feel different to you. So I recommend everyone rewatching everything.
Everyone does. And this show's so easy to watch.
It's so easy. Like, I feel like I could watch this every couple of years for the rest of my life.
I could watch it. If I watched it again, like, literally next week, I'd probably laugh at everything.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Like, it's so funny.
Just so good and just so, like, dark and sad, but also, like, hopeful at the same time. Especially, like, as, like, I grew up to be a big kid. A grown woman.
A grown woman. A 25-year-old.
Anyway. What else? I feel like the other big thing is, like, she starts the season clearly stating that her and Claire aren't very close. Yeah. But you can feel them starting to get closer, but then fucking Martin fucks them over.
Fuck Martin!
Fuck Martin! And I've always said that.
And I've always said that. That guy's an asshole.
He's the worst. Kissing her and then making it seem like she's the one who did it because he could use the Boo thing as manipulation. Like, why would I believe you after what you did to Boo?
Sick.
And that's when everything, like, the flashes and, like, her panic attack and, like, it's such, like, a crazy, like, reveal. But at the same time, it's heartbreaking in general, but, like, heartbreaking that now she's lost her sister to this fucking shit, too.
Because she's, like, using the like the fourth wall and the like her coping mechanism, like the dark humor and everything's like a whole coping. Like you see her the whole season coping.
Yeah,
like that, support. And then at the end, there's the trigger of Claire going after what you did to Boo, and then getting all the. I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
Like,
and even before that, their relationship, like Claire getting up for that promotion and potentially like seeing that she needs more than what her life is with Martin and everything. But she's like, how do I leave my stepson and my broken sister? Like that got me this time. Like their whole relationship just like meant, I don't know, triple this time. Like
show about
how it's a show about sisters. And she just, it's like, even though the relationship is disjointed, Claire cares so much that she feels like she can't, like, take a job that will take her away more because she doesn't want to abandon her.
Because she's worrying about, people in her life.
Yeah. Ugh, I love them. And it's such a crazy ending. Like, it's, on one hand, like, so crushing because of, like, losing her sister after losing her friend after losing her mom. But then she gets that piece of hope from the banker from the beginning. Like, that's just, wow. What an ending. And then same thing, like her relationship with her dad is disjointed because she fucked up Olivia Coleman's art show by making a scene. She always making her scenes at every event.
Like, I'm gonna go get my Cardi.
My Cardi from the car. God. He's like, maybe you should go.
He's like, get out.
They're having a moment, but maybe you should go.
But you should go. Yeah, they were having a cute moment. Then Olivia Coleman
chose Olivia Coleman.
Comes out like the devil, which I too would choose.
Her Olivia standing Coleman. At the end. I said, what would you do if Olivia Coleman was standing down the street?
I said, I'd probably go, hey
girl,
hey girl. Even though she's crazy in this show, but
another funny moment I forgot was at the art show. When it's the display of, like, penises, which Phoebe Waller-Bridge has in her house. There's, like, a funny story where she said she, like, ordered a package and someone had to bring it in, and it was just, like,
just the wall of dicks.
Yeah, and then her godmother going, have you spot your father? She's like, no! No, on the painting. And she's like, that one, like, makes it up, but it is!
Yeah!
And Olivia Coleman's face, it's, like, the first time you've ever seen her, like, disturbed. Like, yeah. So funny! Crazy! I think Heather sent me when she's talking about how she's taken a nude picture of herself every day for 30 years because she's like, I think all women need a healthy perspective of my body.
Yeah!
I love her!
I have as much confidence as Olivia Coleman.
I 1000% agree.
Show. Oh, wait. One of the scenes that I liked was, I think in the second episode where it's Sale plays, like, Sale!
Yes!
And then it's just like a flash mob all the day, and then she goes, I think our period's coming. Like, it's genius! It's so funny!
She's so funny. I love, and obviously, like, it becomes even bigger.
Think of that?
Because she's a genius! I love the fourth wall breaking and, like, the way it's used in certain scenes, like it, like, sometimes when it happens so fast, like, sometimes it'll be just, like, explaining something, but sometimes she'll be in the middle of a conversation with someone and break to talk to us.
Or when she's literally just like, Jesus.
Jesus.
She just says, like, little things. It's so funny.
Before we switch to season 2, what else? Is there anything else?
Small boob representation.
Oh, yes. I can't relate, but I respect that.
I said yes.
Fucking guy.
The guy who's like,
me in the ass.
They're so small. Where are they?
It's like, oh. Every time she'd be like, fuck me in the ass.
Fuck me in the ass. Who's that? Fuck me in the ass.
I can't. You look stressed. Well, I'm successful, so.
Yes!
And I realized, I don't know if this was intentional, but in season 2, when Claire comes to the cafe and she's like, wow, why is it so busy? And Fleabag goes, well, it's successful.
Yes!
Like, there was a little
the
thing.
callback.
Same thing with, when they first meet in the episode 1, and she's like, how's business? And Fleabag's like, it's good. Like, and she doesn't mean it. She's like, it's good. It's good. But then in the dinner episode in season 2, when she's like, it's good. It's actually good. Like, it changed. Yeah. Like, just like all these little things I was picking up.
How'd she put that together? And wait, the lore.
Yeah.
So it's one season, and then how many years did it take?
One and change.
And did she know?
Oh, wait. In the timeline, 1 year.
Okay, but in
real life, it was 2016, 2019.
Okay.
When they came out, I think.
And did she always know it was going to be...
I think season 1 is the one-woman show. And
okay.
I think they just
like, that was already...
But I don't know how that came about.
Yeah. Because, like, 2's 2 seasons is very interesting.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like
2 seasons, and they're kind of both like following different.
Right.
Like,
I feel like they only had the one planned because it was the
Yeah.
one based on the show. But I guess like some inspiration would have come up because I feel like season 2 perfectly like it's a perfect 2-season show. But I feel like most people don't go, I'm gonna make a show that's only 2 seasons right off the bat. But it was perfect. Like it does.
like they're both
it
gold.
doesn't need more, but like obviously everyone wants more. But
I'd watch Fleabag cover every topic because obviously season 2's more like has to lean on like religion too, like God.
Mm-hmm. And they actually get into like the mom more than like they did in season 1.
Yeah, because season 1 was more about Boo.
Yeah, and like her, like where she's at because of all that.
And then you find out that it only is worse.
It only fucking gets worse, but gets better, but gets worse. Yeah. The only other thing I was gonna say was I really like the retreat, like the Claire and Fleabag retreat. When she makes like one little joke while they're washing the floor, and then Claire just starts wrapping it up.
They get sent to the office.
And then when they like are laying in bed and she like gets in bed with her. And then she disappears.
Oh, I hate when...
Because it was right after she told her about the kiss.
When she has to tell her. And then it's like...
Fucking Martin.
Oh my god, that's insane.
Uh-huh. Anyway, then they don't speak for a year.
Oh my god.
And we get into series 2.
This show is about sisters.
The show is about sisters. Again, jumping ahead, I think the first episode of season 2 is one of my favorite episodes of anything ever.
The first
episode
so yeah.
Funny. It's so everyone's in it. Like nothing has happened yet that devastates
It's all
me.
in the restaurant.
Yes, it's all. I'm still at the restaurant, and it's so in the snappy like. Well, first of all, just right off the bat, seeing her with the nosebleed. There's an unidentified man outside the door, and she goes, "This is a love story." And then it cuts to like then the beginning of the night, and it's like catching us up, and she's like, "Well, I haven't seen them since, and I haven't seen her since, and we haven't really spoken since." And it cuts to the grave, and you think the dad is dead, and it's like, "No, just kidding, he's right there." Like everything crazy. I chills. Like it's so good. I could watch that episode. I think when I was home once, not recently, but I remember one trip home. I think I convinced. I don't know if Sarah had been watching it already, or like I was like, "Let's just watch the first episode of season."
That's just a solid episode. Yeah, and that's an episode you could show at any time. Like it wouldn't really matter.
No,
like sure, yeah, season 1 like builds their relationships more, but even if you just showed that to someone, they'd be like, wow.
Right.
Like, and you want to know what happens.
This isn't a show I'd recommend watching with your parents unless you and your parents have like a really cool
close school.
But like that episode, I was like, I like thought about it. I was like, you know what? I think it's safe. Like the language is a little like whatever, but it's nothing that is too crazy that I can't watch with my mom. The rest of it, sure. But like, I was like, let's turn it on because that episode is gold. It's so fucking good.
And that random man at the table.
It took me a second. I don't know who this guy is. And then he's like, oh, they're priests. Guys. Oh, they're cool priests.
I'm a cool
His mom actually was a lesbian.
A lesbian.
Cutting to her having to have a cigarette break like every 15 minutes. His mom was actually originally a lesbian. Her just needing to collect eclectic people. It's just people that are just
literally
not like her. Like, this is my deaf friend.
Have like
another one of my lesbian friends, my bisexual friend,
and my bisexual,
my interesting friend. He's deaf. Like.
I'm like, okay.
Incredibly offensive, but when like the deaf person like does sign language and she's like, oh, look at that. He's just speaking language.
It's insane. She's like,
it's like so
such a cliche art part, like really like
to be like, I'm artsy, I'm different.
I'm artsy and different, have all these
but you just need to collect.
But you're just like so offensive.
So awful. It's so funny.
But luckily she collected that hot priest.
That hot fucking priest! No one's asked me a question in 45 minutes. So what do you do? Everyone and their mom was gagged!
Everyone and their mom.
So what do you do? Like, I feel that so deep in my chest.
No one's asked me a question in 30 minutes. Yeah, they're all asking each other questions. And then finally,
he speaks. So what?
And it's a hot priest.
I could sob. Okay. What else happens at that fucking dinner that cracks me up? This just again, Claire. Everything Claire fucking says was so funny when she's like, I've never been better. I shove all my emotions down. I don't feel any negative emotion. I've basically never been better. And then her complaining about the sauce. like, oh, this is disgusting. And that needy waitress is like, how is everything? Oh, it's amazing!
Wait, what did she say about being happy? Like, I think
the key to being happy is taking all my negative emotions and pushing down and then never letting it out. And then the priest goes, oh, I don't think that's healthy. And she's like, basically, never been better.
Icon.
So
real.
Fucking funny.
Push it down.
Also, what cracked me up is when they were talking about how they were trying for the last 6 months, they've been trying for a baby. And then, Godmother goes, oh, Claire, I thought you couldn't. And she's like, why? And she's like, I don't know, you're dead.
Oh, good. Like, this assumes
it doesn't even explain.
You're just
like, your vibe is just not mother.
Your vibe is not gonna give mother.
It's not giving mother.
You're not giving.
So fucking funny. That whole episode is like hit after hit after hit. Like, it is so fucking good when they have their moment outside and she leaves. Well, fuck you then. Ah! Like, it's dark, but it's like funny. Like, the miscarriage scene is like so heartbreaking.
Like, get your hands off my miscarriage.
It's mine.
Yeah.
I said. But then her going out there and like you think they're gonna go to the hospital and they're gonna be fine, but no, Claire's like, I ain't fucking doing that. And then Martin being a dick about it. And then they're like, you always have to make it about you. Yes, he's like, everything's about you.
Hey, it's a miscarriage. Like, she's saying, like, Fleabag is taking, like, I had the miscarriage.
Yeah,
and that's something you're saying to someone who had a.
And later, him trying to be like, well, I was trying to make her feel better, knowing we were trying to have a baby.
Like, that is not.
That's not the way to do it.
That's not how you do it,
brother.
Martin.
And then, like, the priest gets instantly so protective. I was like, she's like, I'm fine. I think I'm handling it.
And
fine.
it's a literal priest.
Wow. And then the punch to the back punch to the and then the waitress gets punched.
The waitress, and then they're both in the... Because at the beginning, you're like, why the hell is she bleeding? And then there's this random girl.
And it's a love story somehow.
And then it's a love story. And I'm like, who is this guy?
Yeah, but he changed my fucking life.
But then...
I could spend 30 minutes on every episode. I love season 2.
I know. You just have to go through the whole...
Like, everything they say. Like, when she goes to see him in the next episode at the church, when he goes, please be seated. And also with you. Like, and he's just, like, chuckling, trying to get through the rest of his thing.
And also with you. Them having, like, want some tea, and then... They drink it for 5 seconds.
Oh, I actually got
a gin and tonic. He's a cool priest. Yeah. He loves a gin and tonic.
Mm-hmm. And then when he's like, "Oh, I'm not just a cool priest. I'm a normal person." She's like, "Well, I'm a normal person. I don't believe in God." Picture falls.
I love it when he does
that. So, like, I could break down like line by line. It's all so.
I know. Basically, we just need to read this.
We crack it open, and I like when she gets him to tell what the restaurant review is. I'd spend 40 days and 40 nights in that dessert. He's like, oh, fuck, I fancy a priest. She's so real. He just said the dorkiest thing you've ever heard in your fucking life. And she's like, I
fancy a priest.
She's so real. And I forgot that it happened so fast when Fiona Shaw is there.
Slay, mama.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge Nation, the whole family. So funny. That whole therapy session is so fucking funny. She's like, I haven't been having sex, but your little scarf isn't helping.
But your little scarf isn't helping.
I want to fuck a priest. Catholic? Where's the little?
I understand.
Just a Fleabag quote along.
Where's the literally? That's what I do.
I love it. This is when we see Chatty Wednesday and her thing is successful.
Wait, what episode was the funeral?
It's either 3 or 4. I want to say 4.
Okay. Like,
her and the priest spend the day together, and then when they have their, like, fumble, I think then she rehashes
Oh, yeah, because it's going back between her and the...
And then she goes to the church.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But
before that, episode 3 is also one of my favorites, which is her helping Claire at her event, and the return of the statue. So good.
Don't freak out about how big my office is or whatever.
You mentioned my office, and
then she goes, "Holy
her instantly breaking.
Yeah, that was so funny, and I literally forgot everything. I forgot that she just instantly, right when she leaves the room, she is always in a fucking rush. She's always running down the fucking street. She's running so fast.
She's like, it's good, we got it. That's so funny.
Like, where were you?
Claire the entire time is so funny. She's so stressed and she's like, God, I love this. And then the introduction of the other Claire.
Claire with the
Genius! So fucking funny. What's his name?
Claire. Oh, no. Claire and Claire.
They also like intersperse this being like the funniest show, sometimes the darkest show, but also the most profound when she has like a drink with the woman in business.
Belinda.
Yes, Belinda.
Yeah.
And she's talking about like how women have pain built in them and they're used to experience it the whole life, but men have to make it up themselves just to feel something. I was like, okay.
Scene.
It's so good.
Okay, Belinda.
And then giving hope for aging too. I was like, this fucking show. I'm thinking so deeply right now when I'm trying to have a good time.
Thinking about aging.
It's like, fuck. Belinda. It's like hopeful, but also like, fuck.
What did she say? She was like, a room full of people is... I don't even know. She said something about a room full of people is everything. And I said, I don't know about that one.
Mm-hmm. Like sussing it out.
Yeah,
Who's going to flirt with who? And I was like, I want to stay inside.
I'm like, I'm scared.
I'm scared.
I have social anxiety.
I like when she was like, you're young. How old are you? 33. She's like, what did Jesus do by 33? Die? Exactly.
Fleabag's just like, instantly like, oh, I'll kiss you, because she's like, and you're like, oh, not me.
I want to stay.
You're not my type.
But she's like, I know where to go, and she goes to the priest. And then, what do you do when you like someone? I don't know. I talk, I laugh, I give them Bibles.
Yeah, he's
like, what was he doing? He like knows he doesn't want to pursue a romantic relationship, and she's pulling him whether he likes it or not. And he's like not afraid to admit it. I'm like, you're fucking insane.
You're insane.
He's like, this.
He's so witty,
so witty
and weird.
A fox is coming,
and that fox is really weird. I was being so confused the first time I watched that.
I'm obsessed that there's no real meaning to the fox.
Yeah.
It's whatever you want it to mean.
And them just both screaming like, look at the very end.
I love it so fucking much.
Like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
But I guess it's just vibes.
Yeah. And then shit gets real in episode 4, which is when they're like, we're just gonna be friends. And they go shopping together, and they go to that Quaker meeting.
Oh, what?
Sometimes I worry I would be such a feminist if I had bigger tits. And then him just snorting in the corner. What? I don't think I'm gonna say anything. I don't really. Oh my god! She's
the sexual tension in that room, that there shouldn't be sexual tension. They're just sitting in silence.
Their chemistry,
and they're looking at each other.
A moment for their fuck ass chemistry.
Their fuck ass chemistry, and it's literally illegal.
Illegal.
But he's a cool priest.
It's like forbidden. But they are so good together, and like they're matching each other, like they just like fit so well, but also they can't because he's a fucking
Yeah, she finally gets like a love interest or whatever
that gets her,
that's
and, like appreciates her,
good, and
not
like
just for sex.
Yeah, is helping her in some ways, like even telling her, like even like the Bible, giving her the Bible with the like, I don't know, just trying to
be an optimist.
Yeah. And then it's forbidden!
And it kills me because, like, you can clearly see, like, he sees her. Like, no one else has seen her to the point that he can tell that she's, like, disassociating. Like, what's that?
Yeah!
Where did you go?
The best scene ever where they're at the cafe and he looks at the camera.
Before that, the best jump cut of my life where it's like, I guess you could come to the cafe, and then it's a jump cut to him holding the hamster or the guinea pig and screaming. Oh, what the fuck? And then, when he's like, what is that? Where are you going? What is, and then looks right into it. Like, everyone knows where they were.
That's my favorite scene.
So
funny.
Fucking good, but then it all quickly spirals because she's like, I don't want you to get to know him. Like she knew that he was getting too close. She doesn't let people in, but he was trying to get in. And she said, you need to get back to God. And then eventually he did.
He did go back to God, but did he really?
In my head, no. I gotta crack open our capybara.
No,
I have not done that with the show because I don't know if I could mentally handle that. But that's
for cool priest.
That's when she starts thinking about her mom, and that is one of my favorite but most heartbreaking things of like feeling like she has all this love for her mom, but now doesn't have anywhere to put it.
Wait, the funeral. That's the thing where Boo was like, where do I put my, and then give it to me,
give it
and
to
then
me.
Boo dies.
Exactly.
Like, that's insane.
Exactly.
And then she has nowhere to put her love, and
Right.
the priest is forbidden.
Yeah.
And she's dealing with all the, and then Godmother telling her the sculpture was based off her mother,
Yeah.
and then
That's why she still needs it. She just wants a piece of her mom. And she now is better coped with, like, she now has, like, the business back, and that is good for Boo.
yeah.
Fuck me. But
Oh,
the funeral.
bank guy working at the cafe.
Hold on. In the funeral episode was also just at the same time so fucking funny of her to be like, I've never looked better than I've looked today. My hair keeps falling in a really chic way. I was like, what the fuck? Why do you look like that? She's like, we're trying to make it worse. And every person that came in to greet them, like, oh, you look so amazing.
Oh, you look great.
Grief looks great on you. It's like, bro.
That's a crazy thing to say to someone at a
Insane.
funeral.
For
But
their
it's
mom.
so funny that she did actually look.
Yeah, she looked fire.
She looked like better than ever.
And then Harry being like, what'd you get your eyebrows done? And then him like being more broken than she was. She's comforting him at her mom's funeral.
My hair keeps falling in this very
So
chic
funny.
way.
But that also episode really gave me like, I want to hang out with Boo. Like, she's so cool. They're
I
such
know.
a good friend. I'm so sad for Fleabag.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Their friendship was so cute.
Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah, Fleabag giving her a guinea pig, like just like,
Yeah.
and that being a theme of the show. With the,
And then after she thinks about that, she goes to the church and then it's just trying to pray, but he's like listening to rap music and talking about Winnie the Pooh. Piglet.
Piglet. That's literally you.
So
Piglet.
Eeyore.
Oh yeah, you're Eeyore.
They just see me also.
Yeah.
He sees her, they see me, and they get it.
Eeyore.
And then they were going something. Father's like, "Oh fuck you, calling me father." Like, it doesn't.
I said, why would you say that?
Insane. He's
Like-
like trying to push her away, and then then it's like, okay, let's go to confession.
But also like, yeah,
Confession.
that was the horniest confession ever.
And then, but like, she's like genuinely like breaking down.
Yeah, she has her whole ass monologue.
And which is also just like, I need someone to tell me what to do in the morning, what to wear, what to eat, again, so real. Why is life like this? We have to figure that shit out
We just had to do everything.
for the rest of our fuck ass
We had
lives.
to figure out dinner every night.
Oh my god.
That's insane.
She's so real. And you know what he said? You know what'll help her? Kneeling.
I was like, what?
Kneel.
Okay, Loki.
Fuck.
Kneel.
Kneel.
I'm like, God, this is what's going on in this church.
Crazy. Like, they go crazy. And then another picture falls, and God was like, whoa.
And he was like, well, I just step
Pump
back.
the brakes. Leave room for Jesus. Crazy.
I mean, just let it happen.
I was like, wow. It's hot in here. In this
It's
fucking
hot
church.
in here in this church. Him banning her from the church.
But then they don't speak, and she like starts hooking up with that lawyer because Martin's suing her.
Yeah.
And then he's about to leave the wedding, and the Olivia Coleman reaction. So funny.
Wait,
She's like, when he's like, I have to go, my brother's sick.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, of course, sweetie,
okay.
like, family's
Right.
so important. And then shuts the door. He is,
God!
Fuck!
I need to paint!
Actually, send the boy! Oh, we didn't talk about the painting! We have to post a picture on Instagram or TikTok of the paint. She's like, my gift to your father is a painting of you girls. But like, she makes Fleabag turn around. So it's the back of Fleabag's head, but actually Claire's face. And on Animal Crossing, we went to one of each other's villages, sat on a bench, and one of us turned around. And we
did that.
So
We did
fucking
Fleabag.
funny. We are
The fact
Fleabag.
that that's the painting. So
And like,
funny.
it's at the wedding, like, done. It's just the back of her
Fleabag
head.
just turned around, like,
So
don't look at me.
fucking funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's when we get the banker again, and he brings
Yeah.
her a guinea pig. It's a hamster.
It's a hamster.
Elizabeth.
Freaking Elizabeth.
And then the most iconic scene is about to go down. Claire calls.
Yes!
I fucked it up. And that is like, I feel like it's such one of my favorite underrated scenes is when you can hear her on the phone while she's talking to the banker about like, you have to feed Hillary. No, don't bring Hillary. And then like, is the other hamster named Elizabeth? What's it? Whatever the name is.
I don't know.
She's like, who's that? Like, as they're talking, you just hear Claire continue to talk on the phone. And then cut to Claire.
Cut to her.
Craziest haircut you've ever
Right
seen. That was another thing that I picked picked up more was I remember the scene distinctly in season 1 where she's like, whenever Claire starts freaking out or is like on her period, she needs to reinvent herself.
Yeah.
So like I noticed more of that in season 1 and in season 2. All the like the braids in season 1 and the sneakers in season 2.
She's reinventing
and then like
herself.
the haircut. I was like, oh my god, that's such a stupid thing to just notice. But I was like, I found like all the little things along the way, and she finally was just like, I'm cutting my fucking hair out. I look like a pencil. Everyone knows
French.
Claire, it's French. And then cut to them at the hair salon. It's exactly what she wanted.
Hair is everything.
It's
literally
everything.
Exactly. The picture's like, could it be any closer? Mm-mm. If you want to change your life, change your life. It's not going to happen here.
That scene is so big because hair is everything.
Hair is everything, but
I think
it's so funny.
The scene that they played when, like, at the Emmys, when they played clips of them, I feel like I remember seeing that even before I watched the show. Like, I remember the hair monologue. Hair is everything.
But it's so funny and true that, like, you literally, like, people show a hair person, like, exactly what they want, and that's what they get.
Yeah.
They just don't.
Just doesn't work
look
for everyone.
like, yeah. And they're like, they want to change their life.
Yeah.
But
when you have a mental breakdown, you need a haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do it. My favorite, though, is actually the scene right after that where they're back on the bench. And she's like, well, what's going on with you? She's like, well, I've been seeing someone. Really? That's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Who is it? He's a priest. And then the music cuts, the face palm. That's like comedy.
Yeah.
So good. That's my favorite.
He's a priest.
Scene. He's a priest.
Like, just immediately knowing. She says it so fast, like no like mystery, just he's a priest.
Of course. But then Claire ends up laughing. She's like, well, and then the first episode they're like, he is hot.
Yeah, like they already said
that's sisterhood.
Like like in the taxi, the priest is hot.
Yeah. And the episode ends with the priest showing up at her door when she thinks it's the hot fucking lawyer again. And she's dressed for the lawyer. She's got her coat and nothing else on.
Embarrassing.
And the priest comes over. He's like, you can take your drug out? She's like, I'm cold.
I'm freezing.
That scene, I think, is one of the most insane scenes where he comes to, like, give her a speech. And he's like, I can't have sex. Like, I won't burst into flames. But, like, if I have sex with you, I will fall in love with you.
And then she's like, oh, my God, we're going to have sex.
And then he's like, oh, my God, we're going to have sex.
That whole scene. I'm not going to have sex with you. I'll fall in love with you.
Fucking insane.
Oh,
I could sob. And then they're together in the morning. Oh! That's the comp.
His neck.
His neck. And when he's like, my what? Who? You just said his neck.
No,
I didn't.
He hears everything.
I love them.
But yet, and it's tragic though.
Then the wedding comes.
The wedding comes.
And he realizes when they're making out and he's like, I don't know, I feel this thing in my chest. And she's like, is it me or is it God? I don't know. And then when they're at the bus stop again, it's God, isn't it?
Yeah. That's insane. God.
Fucking God. Who gives a
fucking God?
He's fine.
He's fine.
He doesn't need this
priest.
He
has plenty of people.
He's got plenty of people. What does Fleabag have?
Nothing. Well, Claire.
She has Claire and her dad, I guess. And maybe Godmother
maybe
sometimes.
Olivia Coleman.
Maybe Olivia Coleman sometimes.
But, yeah.
That's insane. They're so cute. And Olivia Coleman's so insane. This is where this really cracks me up, the fact that barely any of them have names.
I know.
And when Olivia Coleman's trying to introduce her eclectic friends to him, and she's like, oh, this is my... Oh my God. And doesn't know his name. And they were like, wait, we're going to give him a name. Like, I feel like it's half like it's funny that she doesn't know his name, but half like, oh, we're not
giving names. We're not giving too many names.
We only know Claire and Martin and Claire.
Yeah, you can only.
And Jake. Where's Claire? Oh, we didn't tell Jake. Where's Claire? Tell her to leave him.
Where's Claire?
Jake is actually kind of an icon.
His song, Where's Claire?
Where's Claire? And that was called Where's Claire? This is the funniest fucking show of all time. Until it's not.
Until it's fucked up.
Until they're sitting on that fucking bus bench and it's
the bus
God.
doesn't come for 45
And you know what
minutes.
the craziest thing is that she fucking loves him! And he goes,
imagine going, I love you. And then someone goes, it'll pass. Bitch?
Are you kidding me?
He does say it back though.
Yeah, as he's leaving, I love you too.
Which is nice. I'm glad they gave it him saying it back.
Yeah.
Because
it was profound for both of them, but that wasn't their end game, I guess.
It wasn't it.
But they both changed each other.
Yeah, they were.
For good.
They were in each other's story for.
Yeah. That's so sick and twisted.
And Fleabag is holding her mom.
in the 2, 3, 4 times I've watched the show, like, I haven't cried until this time. I was also going through something this week. Megan I was a little sensitive this week.
Was at the brink.
I was at the brink of something. But it got me, like, it just, because it's like, it is a love story.
It's a love story.
For them. And it, like we said, it meant something. It was important to happen. But, like, it's one of those things where you're like, okay, I understand the beautiful story of it, and it's beautiful, and it's tragic. But, like, also, when I watched it for the first time, even I kind of knew what was going to happen. I was like, no, they're going to make this work.
Yeah.
Like, I was so in denial.
Yeah. But it's also such a good, like, like, Fleabag at the end has just more, like, her dad telling her that she's like her mom. Mm-hmm. Like, just more... Like, she's more self-aware.
Yeah,
and
she's, like, healing.
She's healing, and...
So, like, I'm trying to, like, talk about multiple things. It's also, like, the resolution of Claire's story, and Claire's finally able to admit the miscarriage was hers, admit that she actually loves the other Claire, and that she needed to leave Martin, that she, like,
Martin
begged him to leave her.
Get the fuck out of here.
And, like, one of my favorite scenes in the show, too, it's gonna be so easy to do favorites, I feel like, when, like, Fleabag's trying to get her to leave and go to the airport, she was the only person I'd run through an airport for is you! Because this show's about sisters, and I have this realization that, like, it's a love story. It's a love story between her and the priest, but it's also a love story between her and Claire.
Yeah, it is.
And herself, because she has so much more, like, self, like, love and security at the end of this, too. Because when she leaves the bus stop, she doesn't take us with her.
Yeah.
She says, it's okay.
She's like, I don't need this. I don't need this anymore.
She's like, okay, like, she doesn't need that coping mechanism or security blanket.
Yeah. Like, it's beautiful. It's literally so beautiful. It's a love story,
but I hate it. No, I'm kidding. I do love it so much.
Like, it hurts a lot for the priest to not work out, but it makes sense, and it wraps up the show beautifully.
So good. It's
like...
like, I don't even have words.
No, literally, I don't know how to describe anything.
It's the best show ever. Like, we say that a
Hold
lot.
on.
And I get a lot of shit from my dad when I call, like, a lot of things my favorite. Oh, that's my favorite, or that's the best. He's like, well, then how is everything the best? I said, no, everything's allowed to be the best. I think that's my
everything's allowed to
mission statement
so
for this show is you're allowed to think everything is your favorite and it's the best.
No matter how.
This one is very high on
like,
the best.
this one is the best, and also just, like critically, like,
it's just amazing, like, no flaws.
It's high art.
It's high art,
just, like, good, like,
in every way.
It has such deep meanings to everything, deeply. And, like, even though season 1 and 2 feel like kind of different, they wrap into each other, like, so well.
It's
like,
such a beautiful story.
And then, wait, when he's like, oh, I thought you were the fox. I thought you were a fox. Like, I forgot about that at the end.
And then the fox goes.
The damn fox!
He went that way, and the fox listens. Oh my god. I love it so much. And then, like, just, like, a brief shout out to, like, the scene, her last scene with her dad. Like, I love you, but I don't always like you. I like Claire. Like, their relationship's always gonna be a little weird, but, like,
I love their relationship. Mm-hmm. I loved their moments. Because he's so awkward, but then when he does say something that's...
He really says it.
He says it, and it's just, like, kind of cute, and I kind of feel bad for that man.
Yeah, he's been through some things.
I don't know why I feel bad for that man, but I do.
Yeah. Well, he lost his wife. I'm
sure that really he lost his wife. But he has Olivia Coleman.
Yeah, and he's fine. So fucking funny.
All right, now that we're an hour and 3 minutes.
Yeah, I feel like we did all... I don't know what else to say other than I love it so fucking much.
Like, I mean, like, I could literally go through... Like, we'd be here...
all day.
Like, I was trying to write stuff, and I'm like, I just want to write down, like, all the quotes, because literally everything that's written in this script is...
I know, like, everyone get yourself the fucking scriptures, because, like...
And the cutoffs, just, like, the
editing, yeah.
Like, the editing's good, like, just all around, and
it's also just so simple, too. Like, it's nothing... Like, not to minimize it at all, but it's nothing, like, crazy. It's just, like, simple. It's just life.
And to pack so much, like, into 25 minutes or whatever
12
it is.
12 episodes total.
Literally, like, and it all be just, like, wow.
Perfect. I love her. People are like, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, pick up your pen!
Oh, literally.
Where are you?
She gave me Killing Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Season 1 at least. I mean, she started it.
Yeah. That was a
Thank
good
you.
one.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge, I love you.
Yeah, I love Phoebe Waller-Bridge. I don't think there's really too much. I just love... There's probably so many more quotes and stuff. But
I know, I could quote them.
We all know.
Should we get into epic highs and lows?
Yeah.
Lows.
I'm ready. Speed round.
Hey, what's your favorite character?
Claire! Where's Claire? Where's Claire?
Where's Claire?
Claire just has, I think, all the best lines. And obviously, like, it goes without saying, I love Fleabag so much, too. But, like, I really think she put her whole Phoebe Waller-Bridge Ussie into the Claire line.
Claire Ussie. Okay, I'll say Fleabag. I'll give it to Fleabag.
Yeah, and an honorable mention for the priest because he changed lives.
And, yeah, priest was funny.
He changed her life for the better, and she didn't need it. Like, I can't get over her, like, the final scene of her walking away. Like, what the fuck, dude? Sorry.
Don't go, you're so sexy.
When you saying that when the priest is leaving, haha, love to watch him walk away. Or no, hate to see him leave, but love to watch him walk away. And then Fleabag leaving, oh, don't leave, you're so sexy.
They both leave me.
Took me out. I know, I lost them both. Come back.
Hate to see him leave. Love to watch him walk away.
Andrew Scott is like, me and Phoebe are always talking about, like, we're cooking something up. I'm like, okay, where then? Prove it, bitch.
I don't think you're cooking anything.
They need to give me something. Okay, least favorite character?
Martin.
Okay.
Fuck that man.
And moving on, even though sometimes he made me laugh. But
like, he made me laugh, but overall,
like
that's
way.
the worst man ever.
Yeah.
He gives me the
Don't know a worse man. Favorite moments?
Favorite moments. I just wrote it. I definitely did not write all of them down, and I probably forgot. But the guinea pig Hillary.
Mm-hmm. In general,
I just love every time.
Yeah, Hillary slays.
Hillary slays.
Academy Award.
The house down boots.
House down Hillary.
Claire and Fleabag scenes, and especially the retreat scene, like that whole episode.
The retreat.
Yeah. In season 1.
Brain just glitched.
Bank person becoming bestie.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
So cool.
So cool. Fleabag and the dad scenes. I just feel like it was fun to see. Like, he's so awkward and he doesn't have much to say, but I feel like every time they had a scene together, it got deeper. Got more when you lost your friend, how did you feel? Like, and relating on that, like, love them. Yeah. Hot priest breaking fourth wall.
Yes.
And like being like hearing everything. No one hears her, but hot priest does. The ending, even if ow. Even if ouch.
Yeah, I did that too.
What about you?
I look like a pencil. I look like a face palm after he's a priest. The last scene when they're together in the apartment in episode 5, when he's like, we're gonna have sex. The cafe scene when he looks into the camera. The only person I'd run through the airport for is you. I said any Claire scene in general. And then the ending stuff, and then her walking away. It just kills me. And then I said my favorite episode was probably the dinner.
Yeah, I think if I had to...
one episode.
Yeah, that would be mine too.
Mm-hmm.
That's so good.
And least favorite?
The cat.
Oh, but that's the Queen of London!
I know.
Felicity!
Fleabag gives Felicity, lets Felicity the cat out. I mean, maybe for the best, but I don't know. I didn't like it. But apparently, from the scriptures, that's she's the Queen of London. So, you know what? It hurt me, but...
We know she's okay.
I know she's Queen of London now. And then I literally wrote 2 things. Martin being weird. Just like Martin...
Yeah, I wrote the Martin kissing her scene.
Just any time. I didn't like him being close to her ever.
Yeah. Ugh. Get away from them. Get a job.
Icky. Yeah, get a job. But there's probably... I don't know. What about you?
I said Martin kissing her when the one guy knocks her into the table, when she's crying at the cafe or just crying in general. I just don't like any scene where she's sad, even though it gives us emotional depth. I'm like, fuck, I hate seeing her sad. And then the it will pass portion of the last season scene, and then the after what you did to Boo, That whole scene.
Oh, wait, yeah. I definitely... Ugh.
It hurts. It just really stabs you.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
But it's also hard. Would you recommend it?
Like, absolutely. Like, I think everyone needs to know they're about to go through something profound and likely devastating, but it's so worth it. I think everyone becomes a better person because of it.
Yeah.
It's so worth it. What about you?
I would definitely recommend, and like, you literally have no reason not to, because it takes up 2 seconds of your time.
It takes like less, it's like 6 hours
so
total, I think.
Short.
Watch it and your life will be changed.
You can do it, and you should do it.
Yeah. 1000%.
And finally, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most unseriesous, what do you say?
I said 5.
Okay.
It feels right in the middle.
Yeah.
It's hard because it's so funny.
But it deals with such dark topics.
Deep. Yeah. And I don't know how else to like... Because to move it lower, I think, takes away, like, the humor.
How funny it is, because you're literally laughing every episode.
But then to move it higher, I think, takes place, like, all the stuff that hits home.
Yeah. All the serious shit. I think in the middle's perfect.
Yeah. It's the perfect I think that really just shows that it's the perfect show.
Because
Yeah.
Dark comedies are the best.
And then, one last thing.
Oh, yeah.
Go out and get some fresh air. Stop watching me. I'm crying. I'm crying in your room with the curtains closed.
Okay.
Just something better with your life. Okay. It's a great show. We all love it. But come on now. Pull yourself together. Open the curtains and get outside.
It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. And what if I don't want to do that, Andrew Scott?
Hot Priest said, touch grass.
Get alive.
Get alive. Get a job.
I said I'm about to turn it off.
He doesn't know that we just watched it.
Yeah. I was like... Why did they ask him this right when I was sobbing about it?
That's so fun. When that popped up, I said...
so crazy. I said, fucking fine.
Okay.
Well, fuck you then.
It's a great show, but...
When they say the fuck you again, oh, wow.
Fuck you then.
Well, I love them. And
now they're dead.
Past. Fuck you.
Fly high.
All right, last segment. Before I cry. It's time for game time with Megan and Bree. And we're doing a fleabag quiz.
BuzzFeed quiz,
Woo!
baby.
Which fleabag character are we?
What are we? I don't know. Hold on.
I was going to say, kick us off, Brie.
Wait. Ugh, I hate my phone. Okay.
Not too many questions. Whoa.
All right. Are we ready?
Ready.
First, pick a jumpsuit. They're pictures, so I'm going to describe them.
Okay.
The first one is a black and white striped jumpsuit. That's nice.
That's nice.
That's nice. And then we got a royal blue jumpsuit. Okay, this third one?
It's not a jumpsuit.
That's a blue button-up shirt.
It's just like you
with
don't
the
want
man
a
going.
jumpsuit.
That's like I do not want. And then the fourth one is a red jumpsuit, right?
Yeah.
Cunty.
Long sleeve.
The third one, I don't want a jumpsuit. I'd rather not.
I'm going with the royal blue one.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go with the red one.
Beautiful. How do you usually get over a breakup? Because you know me, I've been through so many breakups.
I've been through a lot.
How do you usually get over a breakup? Throwing myself into work, rebounding with someone new, expressing myself via creative outlet, prayer. I would probably say a creative outlet.
I'd probably say rebounding with someone.
Just instantly think about someone else.
Oh no, wait.
Did you already get lost?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
prayer.
I just need to pray. I'm just going to say creative outlet too. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, unforgivable.
I don't know what I do. I've never been through a breakup.
Yeah.
Blessed. Wait, that was another thing I wanted to say. What is it? Celibacy is a lot less complicated than romantic relationships. Real.
Can't argue with that.
Your soulmate is someone who you can talk to about anything, share your values, someone who's just like you commit to forever. Soulmateism.
I'm torn between like the values one, because it sounds like heavy, but like obviously you want someone who like agrees with you on the fundamentals, because
then,
like,
or you won't be able to talk to each other.
Yeah, it'd be awkward, and like also like
I'd be like, okay,
I want to hate them.
Yeah, I literally.
But also I like the talk to about anything. I'll do that one. Talk to about anything.
Okay.
Sorry, was that what you're gonna do?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'll do share your.
Those are both important to me.
Yeah. The other two I don't like.
Okay, it's time for a haircut. What do you get? A lob.
Oh, I love a lob.
The usual. Something asymmetrical or just cut it all off.
Shave it! I'm going for lob.
Okay, I'm going for the usual.
What to do? What's your drink of
This
choice?
makes me think of the Game of Thrones interview. What's your drink of choice?
What's your drink?
A Negroni.
A Negroni. Spagliato.
Ooh, stunning.
Oh,
A
stunning.
Prosecco.
A Prosecco.
Oh, that's so funny.
Sparkling wine, seltzer, anything alcoholic. Gin.
Are you gonna say gin? I feel like you're gonna say gin.
I think I need to say gin.
Yeah, I'm gonna say sparkling wine.
Sparkling wine.
My favorite animal. A guinea pig or a fox. This kind of mouse, a computer mouse.
This is funny.
Or a human being.
I'm saying a fox.
Ah, fuck. Okay, then I'll say the guinea pig. Thought you were gonna say the guinea pig.
I know, I should have, but foxes remind me of cats.
Oh. That's interesting, because I feel like they remind me of dogs.
They remind me of a nice little mix.
On The Sims, you can get a fox under a dog or a raccoon under a cat.
Aw.
Yeah.
But foxes kind of scare me, though, when I think about it.
Interesting.
The noises they make.
I
They
think
go,
they're cute.
woo!
Yeah.
There's a fox in my garage once.
They used little baby fox noises for Baby Yoda.
That's why I hate them.
Still picks fox. Okay.
Oh, that's why I hate Baby Yoda.
Oh. Who read that question? I think
Me.
you go. Oh,
No,
okay.
you.
Okay, you go.
Which catchphrase are you most likely to say? Jesus, take the wheel. The early bird gets the worm. You only live once, YOLO.
Yeah.
Make love, not war.
I gotta say YOLO.
I'm gonna say Jesus takes
That's pretty
the
good.
wheel.
I mean, I feel like I do say that,
Because I like,
but not in like a meaningful
Jesus,
way.
take the wheel.
Okay, here we go. Finally, what does your work mean to you? It's a creative outlet. It's my whole life and identity. It pays the bills. It's a calling.
It pays the bills.
Yeah, I feel like I should do that. Do I
It's
do
definitely
like?
not my calling. Ooh, hell yeah.
Do I pick what I would want work to be?
What my dream job is? I mean, I guess the podcast is my work.
Yeah, it's my creative outlet. Okay,
Okay.
who'd you get?
I am hot priest.
Ah! What's insane is I got fleabag.
Not this.
And she's wearing the outfit I'm mimicking.
And I was gonna dress as a priest.
I feel in my bones that I relate to Claire in a lot of ways, but it's hard because Claire is very like high maintenance, where I'm not completely like a...
Yeah.
But apparently I'm Fleabag, and I'm an astute observer of all
You're
life's
cool.
eccentricities, and a tough critic when it comes to both the people you love and yourself. Oh, fuck. You've been spending a lot of time lately trying to figure out who you are and what your path in life should be, because you recently had a bit of an existential crisis that really freaked you out. Whoa.
Yeah.
You've been relying a lot on others for support, but you're starting to learn that really owning your sense of independence is what helps most. Wow. That really, like, fucked me up a little. Anyway, Bree, read yours.
You're sweet, charismatic, and wear your heart on your sleeve. People can't help but be drawn to your grounded nature and toe-curling listening skills. I am a good listener.
Yeah.
No one's perfect, of course, but boy, do you come pretty dang close. So true. Hold on. Thank you.
That's wow.
The hot priestess.
That's big.
I knew I was perfect.
I guess so.
No.
That's so funny. I guess we have a new Halloween costume alert.
Another Halloween costume unlocked.
You need to get, like, the
I have
full
to get the green
priest.
one.
Yes.
The green one is sexy as hell.
Hell
I would
yeah.
wear the hell out of that.
That's so funny. Well, that is it. I feel like I could talk about the show forever. Ever.
Forever. Damn.
But I guess that is all. So, bye, Claire. Bye, Claire. Bye, Claire. That's how it ends.
Bye, Claire.
Bye, Claire. Bye, Claire.
Where's Claire?
Where's Claire? All right, thank you guys for watching.
Thank
Next
you.
week, we are getting ready for Tortured Poets Department by ranking every Taylor Swift song up until now. So not including Tortured Poets, everything that exists at this point in time. And one day, we'll do a review of the new song. So get ready.
Reputation.
Big reputation.
Ooh, you and me would be a big conversation. Oh,
It'll pass.
I don't think it will.
It hasn't.
Mm.
Touch grass.
Thanks for listening to our podcast.
Remember to rate, follow, and share with friends.
And find us on TikTok and Instagram at unseriesous to see more content and find out what we're watching next.
We hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye!